Glad we can be together here on this Friday. And let me just say, first of all, certainly would appreciate your prayer for us here. We are in the first week of our college year and academy year, and it's been exciting these last few days. God's been doing a real work, and it is a thrill to be able to train the next generation for the cause of Christ. If there was ever a day we're awakened to that, it is right now. And so I just wanted to mention that. We're excited about starting our ministry year. It is great to serve the Lord. These are great days to be alive, to be able to take the truth and give it to others. I'd like to look today at Nehemiah chapter 11. I think one of the hardest things for us is to follow the admonition of 1 Timothy chapter 6 and to be content with such things that we have. In Nehemiah chapter 11, we have the situation where the city of Jerusalem had been built. What a miraculous work of God that was, the tremendous divinely empowered leadership of Nehemiah. And then the leadership of Israel, Judah, had risen up and had a heart for God and had interceded for the people, and God was just doing a mighty work. And it's a thrilling thing to see. But they had one problem. Nobody really wanted to live in this city now that had the walls all put around it and all. They had their own family areas outside of Jerusalem, and it was needed for people to come and build up that city so that God could protect the land and that they could keep their claim to it. And so the people cast lots, the leaders did, in chapter 11, and we read in verse 2, "And the people blessed all the men that willingly offered themselves to dwell at Jerusalem." There was a group of men that were willing to put aside what they probably preferred and were willing to take up the cause of God and come in and live in the city that God had miraculously protected and to build it up for the glory of God. Now, folks, God knew when we'd be born. God understood the process of all that was going on around us and where we would be in 2021. And many that are listening to me have had unique situations that you found yourself in because of the decisions that are being made by political leadership and other situations around us. And it's very easy to be frustrated. It's very easy to not be content. If we look at the injustices around us, as we look at some of the mandates that are coming down, as we look at some of the inequity that's going on, it's very easy to say, this isn't fair. Why did I have to be alive at this point? Why does this have to happen to me? But friends, throughout history, God's people have been called to serve in hard places as they are around the world right now. And we need to accept the fact that we're in this day, this hour, for the purpose of serving the Lord in the unique situations that we're finding ourselves in. And one of the great and important overriding truths that will keep a Christian going is that truth of being content, trusting that God's will is best. And when you walk with Him and you're close to Him, then you have that heart and you're thankful for the situations, because those pressures will cause you to need the Lord and you will find His presence. Tribulation will bring you into the presence of God. That's why you need to count it all joy. And so it's not just being content, it's being thankful. God knows what He's doing, and every disappointment will bring a silver lining of God's working and His grace in our lives. And so today I want us to, as we finish this week, to just ask ourselves, are we content? Are we thankful? If not, we're not going to be able to be used of God. And so let's encourage ourselves that God knows what He's doing. He knows what He's doing with each one of us. And let's be content and rejoice in all that God has allowed us to do in the situation in which we find ourselves. He can be trusted.